In today's video, we're going to be talking about how today is the debt ceiling deadline, some updates related to that, the spot price of silver and gold continuing to fall, the stock market continuing to fall, Elon Musk being Elon Musk on Twitter, and of course tonight I'm going to be going live in the VIP club at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, link in the description. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, we're going to be talking about both silver and gold because we're seeing the spot price on a decline. We're also going to be talking about Elon Musk firing back at Elizabeth Warren. We're going to be talking about the debt ceiling deadline. We're going to be talking about a lot in this video. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel. Of course, we have the limited edition Christmas line, helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Link in the description. There's a 10% off promo code in the video. Stay tuned for that. And of course, make sure to go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull. The link will be in the description. Refer 3 friends before the end of the month. They're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel where you're guaranteed a free share of Apple, and you might win all the way up to 10 free shares of Apple, each worth over $170. Webull link in the description. And of course, for each friend you refer up until December 23rd, you're going to get 6 free bonus random stocks on top of that. Webull link in the description. So today is Wednesday, December 15th, 2021, aka the debt ceiling deadline. The current spot price of silver, as I'm recording the video, is $21.59. It's down another 34 cents, or another 1.55%. The spot price of gold is $1767.70. It's down a measly $3.50, or down 0.2%. Of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 80 to 81 to 1 range. But again, that's as I'm filming the video, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. Okay, so in today's video, we're going to be talking quite a bit about silver and gold. But before we can even get into the money, I think we have to first talk about the currency. So today is the day. It's the official debt ceiling deadline, and I know that a lot of people were expecting there to be a last-minute kicking of the can down the road once again, but for the last couple of months, I've even been saying it in my videos, this is an unextendable deadline. This is something that can't get pushed back. This is not an arbitrary deadline or an artificial deadline like they referred to it last time around. No, this is the actual deadline. And at the time I'm recording the video, I don't have all of the details just yet, but the House and Senate have both passed a debt ceiling raise of $2.5 trillion. And now the only thing that's left is for the bill being sent over to 46's desk for him to sign. By the time this video comes out, that will probably have already happened, but I'm filming this video in the morning. Pretty sure we're all confident that he will sign it. And being that today is the deadline, this is a really make or break type of deal. I've been saying for the last few months, what could happen if we raise the debt ceiling? What could happen if we fail to raise the debt ceiling? What will happen if we default on our national debt? What happens if we don't make those payments? What could happen if it goes this way? What could happen if it goes that way? Because matter of fact is that both ways are pretty intense. And I posted a video just last week, I believe on Thursday, breaking it all down and going into detail of the possible ramifications. So if you want to understand how severe this is, go and check out that video. But I've also been saying that leading up to this deadline, the market is going to be extremely volatile and reactive to everything going on. All of the fear, all of the uncertainty, and all of the doubt, which has clearly been the case. This week especially, we've seen nothing but red across the board, and today is no different. The S&P 500 is down 0.2%. The Dow Jones is down 0.28%. The Nasdaq is down 0.42%. A mild red day so far for the stock market, but a red day nonetheless. And that's on top of all of the red we've been seeing yesterday, Monday, and even late last week. Now, there are two individual stocks I wanted to point out really fast for a specific reason, and you'll understand why, because they lead into something pretty important. The first one is Tesla. Tesla has fallen down to $952.50, which I know sounds very expensive, and it is, but it's down 10.23% just in the last week. This is pretty big because Tesla has been consistently sitting above the $1,000 mark, surpassing the $1,100 mark a handful of times in the last month. Now, the reason I bring this up is because we can't talk about Tesla without mentioning Elon Musk. Elon is being Elon on Twitter again, and this one had me laughing. Elon is Time Magazine's Person of the Year for 2021, and rather than congratulating him or just ignoring it, Elizabeth Warren tweeted out saying, "Let's change the rigged tax code so the Person of the Year will actually pay taxes and stop freeloading off everyone else." Now, Elon Musk, who, by the way, will be paying more in taxes this year than anyone ever has in history, seems to have woken up and chosen violence today, because he replied back with an entire series of tweets, starting with an article that calls her a fraud, following up by saying that she reminds him of a childhood friend's mother who was angry all the time. And then, of course, my personal favorite, he goes on to say, "Please don't call the manager on me, Senator Karen." He handled that perfectly. And I'm happy to know that Elon Musk is in a Karen-free zone. Which, by the way, if anyone needs a Karen-free zone t-shirt, hoodie, sticker, or coffee mug, make sure to go and grab one today. There's a flash sale going on, and it ends at midnight. Use promo code KAREN10 for 10% off of everything. The discount is only until midnight tonight. Link in the description. And now, really quick, the other stock I wanted to briefly mention is Apple, and I bring this up for an important reason as well. Apple is currently sitting at $173.31. It's down 0.88% in the last week. It's been kind of up and down this week. I thought this was particularly interesting because Apple has been seeming to do nothing but go up. All the red days we've been seeing this entire month so far, across the board for the entire market, Apple has continued to fly. But the last 2 days specifically have been surprisingly red. And being that they are the most valuable brand on the planet, with roughly 1 billion people in the world using iPhones, I think it's safe to say people love the company. So now that there's a little bit of a pullback, now that there's finally a red day, I just thought I'd mention it. And also, don't forget to go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Remember, if you refer 3 friends before the end of the month, you're going to get a spin on the Webull wheel, where you're guaranteed a free share of Apple, with the chance of winning 2, 3, 5, 7, maybe even 10 free shares of Apple, plus 6 free bonus stocks for each referral through December 23rd. That means if you refer the 3 friends needed to spin the wheel, you're going to get 18 free random stocks in total, plus 1 to 10 free shares of Apple. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Oh, and if your friends go and enable crypto trading on Webull before the end of the month, Webull will give you $5 worth of a crypto of your choice between Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Sheeb, and Cardano. Once again, link in the description. But now, moving away from the debt ceiling, moving away from the stock market, moving away from Elon Musk, let's move into a Karen-free zone and get into the silver and gold. Both metals are in the red today. Silver is down much more than gold is down. We're looking at over 1.5% versus only 0.2%, which is fine because I wasn't planning on picking up any gold this month anyway. I got 3 new pieces of gold in November, so I'm pretty much stacked out when it comes to gold right now. And if you're in the Precious Metals VIP Club, you would have seen the live unboxing of those pieces, and you'll also have access to a playlist of 31 bonus videos for the month. And obviously I am going to be going live tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so friendly reminder, link in the description if you want to join the Precious Metals VIP Club. But yeah, no gold for me this month. I will be taking advantage of the silver sale though. I absolutely will. Like I said, I'm stacked out when it comes to gold. I think the beautiful yellow metal can wait until January. Unless, of course, some crazy opportunity presents itself, in which case maybe I'll go after a little bit of gold, but I don't plan on it. Silver, on the other hand, I plan on picking up plenty, and I look forward to it. And even though I don't get really any silver at all online anymore, I try to get it all, or at least for the most part, from the local coin shop. Number one, because I understand the importance of supporting small businesses, but 2, for me, nowadays, cheaper to get it at the local coin shop. Better deals, lower premiums than some of these online precious metal dealing websites with an international customer base and that they make millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue. I think it's probably a better idea to support the little guy. Because guess what? That local coin shop supports me in return by handing me over a little bit of money for a smaller amount of currency. But anyway, I'm not going to be going after anything unusual. I'm going to be doing my usual thing. I'm going to be going after as much 90% junk constitutional silver as I can possibly get my hands on. That's why this month, I'm doing everything in my power to spend as little as possible because I want to have the maximum amount of cash left over after taking care of the bills and taking care of everything that I have to take care of. I want to maximize how much cash is in my possession. That way, I can turn around and get the maximum amount of silver. Now, granted, it's not going to be an ungodly amount of silver. I'm not going to sit over here and say maximum amount of cash, meaning tens of thousands of dollars, but enough to get my hands on a little bit more silver than I ordinarily would be able to pick up. And I look forward to that. And don't get me wrong, even though I will be supporting the local coin shop, I am not ignoring the online precious metal dealing sites as well. I'd rather get it from the local coin shop, but every single day, or every couple of days at least at this point, I check into a couple of my preferred websites just to see if they have any deals going on. Now, ordinarily, they do have deals going on, none of which are too appetizing to the point where I say, okay, screw the local coin shop, I'm going with them. No, I still pay attention anyway, because sometimes there will be a fire sale going on. Sometimes you could actually get such a discount on the premium, it comes down to almost getting silver at spot. A very low premium. I'm talking about like 2019 premiums. Sometimes. Very rare occasions, but it'll happen from time to time. So of course, I pay attention to the different online precious metal dealing websites. Now it's also important to remember when it comes to these websites, you might think you're getting a really good deal, and this is where it's kind of unfortunate, and this is where I kind of get discouraged from even ordering anything online. Sure, they might have a really good deal. They might have something pretty close to spot. A ridiculously low premium. But you can't get what you want. You're going to have to get far more than what you want, or far more than you're able to get, or far more than what you're willing to get, because otherwise you're going to have to pay shipping. You might only have $100, $150 that you're able to or willing to put into the silver or put into the gold. Well, Guess what? It doesn't matter because a lot of these online websites have a $200 or a $300 minimum purchase, or at least a minimum purchase that it takes to get free shipping. So if you want to save some currency, or if you don't have the currency, you have really no choice but to pay even more currency just to avoid the shipping costs, which is pretty unfortunate. Not to mention that you got to worry about sales tax, you got to worry about credit card fees if you're paying with a credit card. Most people don't really do that. I think most people, if they're going to be getting silver or gold online, they're probably going to be paying with a check. But it's also important to remember that if you're paying with a credit card, make sure it's a cashback credit card, that the cashback basically cancels out the credit card fee. See, that's something that I've done in the past. I've used credit cards that give me 2%, 5%, 10% cashback on silver and gold at the time. Not ordinarily, but maybe there was some type of a deal going on, and I was able to get 5 to 10% cash back. And if you deduct that 5 to 10% off of the total, it actually came down lower than it would have cost me if I were to pay with a check, which is normally the cheapest way you can go about paying. So you got to be strategic in your method of payment. You got to be strategic when it comes to what website you're using. You have to be strategic when it comes to really everything that you do. That's why I try to break down as much as possible, and I do the math in my head. I say, okay, what's the pro, what's the con, where can I get the most value? See, I don't necessarily look for the cheapest price. I look for where I can get the most value. Big difference between the price and the value. Famous quote, price is what you pay, value is what you get. They are different. They are not synonymous. Oftentimes they're put next to each other and they're made to look like they're synonymous, but they're absolutely not. That's the question I always ask myself. Will the value exceed the cost? And where can I get the most value for my currency? That's the question I always ask myself. That's what I always look at when I'm going to do absolutely anything. Whether I'm going to be converting my dollars into silver and gold, whether I'm going to be investing my dollars into some other asset, whether I'm going to be spending my dollars on a purchase that I want to make, where can I get the most value, and does the value exceed the cost? If the answer to that question is no, then I'm not going to make the conversion, then I'm not going to make the investment, then I'm not going to make the purchase. But if the answer is yes, if the value does, in fact, exceed the cost, then I would be more than happy. I would be enthusiastic to get rid of those dollar bills because I don't want them in the first place. I want the assets. I want the silver. I want the gold. I want the investment. I want the product that I know will save me currency in the long run. I make videos all the time, and I always talk about 4 key prepping products. I'll run through them really quick because that's not the purpose of the video. It's the purpose of the point I'm trying to make, though. The Berkey water filtration system, the Nesco food dehydrator, the Jackery Explorer 500 portable power station, and of course the Solo Stove campfire. I spent my own currency on those 4 products because I knew simply by owning those products, they would save me currency in the long run. I never have to purchase a bottle of water again. I never have to throw away fruits and vegetables again and essentially throw cash that I spent in the garbage. I never have to worry about generating power because now I have a portable power station. I never have to worry about going out of my way or doing anything miscellaneous when it comes to cooking or when it comes to staying warm. I know that these products are here for me if I absolutely need them. So the answer to the question was, does the value exceed the cost? For those 4 particular items, the answer was absolutely yes. And that's the same question I ask myself when it comes to silver, when it comes to gold, when it comes to really anything that I plan on injecting my currency into. Does the value exceed the cost? And right now, on December 15th, 2021, the value absolutely exceeds the cost when it comes to silver, at least in my opinion. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I've ever said on this channel in the last 4 years has been financial advice. This is just my opinion. I personally view silver as potentially the most undervalued asset on the planet right now. And I will continue to stack it as long as that's the case. As long as silver continues to remain undervalued, or even if the spot price goes up and it goes from undervalued to fair valued, I'd still be stacking it when it's fair valued. I won't be stacking anything when it's overvalued, but as long as the value exceeds the cost or gets to the point where it's fair valued before it's overvalued, I'll continue to stack it. And that's the question you need to ask yourself as well. Not necessarily exclusively when it comes to silver, but when it comes to your investments as well. And also when it comes to just your regular purchases. If you're scrolling through Amazon or scrolling through eBay, or you're walking around Target or Walmart or whatever it is that you're doing, and you're putting something in the shopping cart, before you check out, you need to ask yourself, does the value exceed the cost? If the answer is no, put it back. If the answer is yes, please, by all means, make sure you get it. That's the question you got to ask yourself, though. Does the value exceed the cost? Is this undervalued? Is it fair valued? Is it overvalued? See, you want an asset to be undervalued when you're in acquisition mode. Over an extended period of time, if all of the stars align and everything goes according to plan, it will go from undervalued to fair valued. Give it some more time, and it should go from fair valued to overvalued. At that point, hopefully you're not still in acquisition mode. Hopefully at that point you will have acquired as much of that asset as you possibly could have over the years. And guess what? You are now in ownership of an overvalued asset that you could, in theory, go and sell for far more cash than you put in the first place, or you can trade up for the next asset class. See, I was watching this video one time. I wish I could remember who made the video. This was years and years and years ago. It was this guy talking about that silver and gold typically do very, very well during recessions and economic hardships. And if you load up on them when they're undervalued, they could really take off when things are not looking so good when it comes to the general state of the economy. And during those times when silver and gold typically, not always, but typically really start to climb up during times where, after massive amounts of inflation and a lot of economic uncertainty and whatnot, silver and gold could, in theory, really start to grow and really start to perform during those times. And usually during those times where the economy is essentially in shambles, some of the biggest and most valuable and rock-solid companies on the planet, their stock price might be down 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%, in which case, this was his point, not the point I'm making, at that point, you can trade some of the overvalued silver and gold and buy into some of the most impressive blue chip corporations to ever exist. And then you can rinse and repeat, by the way. Stock price goes up, maybe you sell at the top, maybe you bought low and you sold high, and then guess what? After spot price of silver goes back down, you could dive back into the precious metals if that's what you want to do. That's not what I plan on doing. I don't believe I would ever sell my precious metals to buy stocks. Now, I believe in stocks. I agree with stocks. I love the stock market. I don't believe I would ever sell my silver or gold to buy stocks, and I don't believe I would ever sell stocks to get silver and gold. That's not my plan, but I thought it was an interesting take. And even though it's not something that I would really ever see myself doing or something that I necessarily agree with, it's important to listen to other points of view. It's important to listen to what other people have to say. It's important to acknowledge other opinions. It's important to be able to sit down and listen to opposing viewpoints or conflicting opinions or whatever the case may be. Those are important things that we all need to absorb. We got to be bouncing ideas off of each other, even if the end result is just agreeing to disagree. We got to be civil. We got to understand where we're coming from. We might be on different pages, but guess what? We're probably in the same book. So I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to the debt ceiling deadline being today, again, by the time I post the video, 46 will likely have already signed the bill. But just in case he didn't yet, by the time this video comes out, do you believe that he will? Do you think that he will? The House and Senate are already on board. All we're waiting for is 46's signature. You think it'll happen? You think it won't happen? You think there will be a last-minute rug pull? And then, of course, when it comes to the stock market being deep in the red this entire week, what are your thoughts on that right there? Do you think that'll continue to be the trend? Or do you think that now, today, being the deadline is coming to an end, do you think maybe starting tomorrow we'll start to see a little bit more green again? When it comes to Elon Musk versus Elizabeth Warren, who do you think won that match? Let me know in the comments. And of course, when it comes to silver and gold, which of the two metals are you going to be primarily capitalizing on? Now, the answer is probably both, but between the two, which is the metal that you're going after for the most part right now? Do you see more of an opportunity in silver? Do you see more of an opportunity in gold? Which of the two is your precious metal of choice? Which of the two are you going to be primarily going after? Which of the two are you going to be predominantly stacking when it comes to the precious metals? And if anybody's interested in joining the Precious Metals VIP Club, it's where I can do things on my own terms, not on YouTube's terms, my terms. I'm hosting privately held live streams. They're smaller and easier to manage. I'm posting exclusive VIP-only adventure vlogs. I also do giveaways, discounts, personalized promo codes, shoutouts, deal alerts when silver and gold is on sale on a variety of different websites. And of course, you can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. Come join the Precious Metals VIP Club. It'll be the first link in the description. You're invited. I'd be happy to have you. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. If you guys like me, make sure to subscribe. New videos every single day, 365 days a year. Also subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Bunch of brand new videos over there. Go check them out. The link will be in the description. And if you want to help support the channel in the biggest possible way, please consider getting yourself some DYDSS merchandise. Of course, we have a ton of different designs, t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs. And of course, until Christmas, we have the DYDSS Christmas line, helping raise a little bit of funds and awareness for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It's for a good cause. It's helping children with cancer. Any and all merchandise can be found by clicking the first link in the description section down below. Thank you in advance. It's more than appreciated. Make sure to use promo code KAREN10 for a 10% discount on everything in the DYDSS store until midnight tonight. Shout out and thank you to Elon Musk for helping make that happen. And of course, make sure to go and get your 2 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. If you refer 3 friends before the end of the month, number 1, you're going to get 6 free random stocks for each of those referrals. So if you refer 3, that's 18 free random stocks. But if you refer 3 by the end of the month, they're going to give you a spin on the Webull wheel, where you're guaranteed a free share of Apple with the chance of winning 2, 3, 5, 7, maybe even 10 free shares of Apple, each worth over $170 right now. And by the way, it's for every 3 friends you refer. If you refer 6, you get 2 spins. If you refer 9, you get 3, so on and so forth. Please don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, if you can leave me multiple comments, that way they're not all jumbled together. Number 1, what are your thoughts on the whole debt ceiling circus that we have going on right now? If 46 has not signed it by the time this video comes out, do you think that he will? Leave that in comment number 1. Comment number 2, What are your thoughts on the stock market? Do you think we will continue to see the downtrend? Do you think now that today is coming to an end, do you think maybe the rest of the week will be moving up into the green? Comment number 3, Elon Musk versus Elizabeth Warren. Senator Karen, he called her. Who won that argument? And then, of course, comment number 4, when it comes to silver and gold, what are you going after right now? With silver being much deeper in the red than gold at this period of time, same as we saw yesterday, silver was down way more than gold was down, and I believe the day before, silver has been moving in a downward direction much quicker than gold has been moving in a downward direction, which is why we're seeing the gold to silver ratio gap move further and further apart. Now we're in the, 80 to 81 to 1 range? We were just at 65 to 1 a couple of months ago. So head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. And remember, don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.